So why are we here, and what are we going to talk about this morning? It's an interesting topic, and some of you may have seen that the topic was called, or the title of the event this morning was Leading People to Productivity. And we're talking about health and safety and well-being. So what's that got to do with productivity? Isn't productivity faster and better machines? Well, I don't think so. What we want to talk about today is how do we or you influence your team and organisational effectiveness. And we can do that through leadership. Leadership is a funny thing, isn't it? Because what is leadership? Try and define it to yourself and think about it. When I was thinking about this presentation this morning, I went to the dictionary and looked up leadership. And it says that leadership is the action of leading a group of people or an organisation, or the ability to do that. And I thought, well, that's helpful. Not. That's not what leadership is in my mind. And of course, leadership means different things to different people. And not only here, the people in the room, but people around the world, and also in different situations, wherever you might be. For a political leader, we're thinking about, Prime Minister or Donald Trump in the United States being leaders. Are they leaders? We think about, a football team captain. We think about an executive or a person who's developing a company. And we think, maybe go back to the military analogy about a general in a campaign. Are they leaders? What is leadership? It's not a simple question. And it is hard to answer because there are so many different ways that we can look at it. And there are a lot of consultants out there, and there's probably as many definitions for leadership as there are consultants, and that's a lot, by the way. Perhaps we can start looking at what we think a leader is not. So a leader is nothing to do with one's position or title. It's not, what you're called that makes you a leader. And it's also not really about personal charisma. Somebody who can speak well or present well or gets up there and says, rah, rah. That's not really about leadership. And it certainly isn't about management. It's not about doing things right. Usually the saying is it's about doing the right thing. So our focus today is about leadership for productivity in a business. And in that context, leaders lead people. So let's see what some business thinkers say about that in that context. First one is not actually a business leader, it's Dwight Eisenhower, and said leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want done because he wants to do it. Yeah, I think that's okay. In the business context, Peter Drucker said the only definition of a leader is someone who has followers. Well, I don't necessarily subscribe to that. I recall my history in the military where there was a certain platoon commander, and his annual report said the only reason his soldiers follow him is out of curiosity what he's going to do next. Warren Venus. Leadership is a capacity to translate vision into reality. So vision and goal. That's a good point. Let's take that out over there. Vision to reality. Bill Gates. He said, as we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. Empower others. I like that. I'm going to take that bit. Empower others. And John Maxwell said, leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. So I'm going to use that bit as well. Influence. So my definition is leadership is a process of influence, empowerment of others towards achievement of a goal. That's the leadership that I think we're talking about when we're talking about in business. But how do you do that? Influence, empowerment of others. Do those key elements work for you? So, I lost my page. So, I think we said it's about influencing team effectiveness. And that's not standing up the front like this, and it's not management. But it's also not about fake concern to make people work harder. I think what we're talking about is that great leadership engages people's brains and hearts. And engaged employees have discretionary effort and give discretionary effort. What does that mean? That means productivity. Those employees who are engaged think about why and how, think about the why and how of the job. They are problem solvers and offer suggestions and ideas. They encourage and support others. They lead themselves. They feel connected to the team and contribute to the success of the business. So today we're going to talk about what we can do to support the team towards achievement of our vision or goal. It's about leading and leadership for employee engagement and productivity. We're going to hear from other speakers today. We're going to hear from Alicia Ranford, who's going to talk about mental health, why it's important. Sally Modistat, a healthy community for a productive workforce. Therese Lardner, utilising engagement to promote productivity and business growth. And Simon Quilliam on the importance of the engaged workforce. So I hope you enjoy the presentations and that they challenge your thinking, and your time spent this morning gives you the opportunity to consider leadership and engagement, particularly how these ideas can help you deliver improved productivity and success for your organisations. We will be videoing the speakers today, and the presentations will be available to you after. So it would be a great opportunity to share this with some of the other people in your organisations and think about how you can change as an organisation to achieve better outcomes. So thank you.